Hey gang, so we're out on a walk. Boy, this time of year is nice. You gotta get out in the woods. It's not too hot, not too humid. It's just right. Yeah. Alright gang, so I had to stop and look at the map. There's a way that I would normally go, and I'm going to do what I think is a bigger loop. I think last time I took what I thought was a bigger loop, I ended up, oh, who the heck knows where I ended up, but it wasn't even part of the trail system. So, we'll see. We'll go this way a little ways, and it doesn't circle around the way I think it should. I'll just go back and hit the trail back there. Okay, yeah. I'm more and more starting to believe that I immediately got off on the wrong path here. This trail does not look well used. Although there is a trail, it just does not look well used. So I think I'm gonna have to double back here. I'm not very far at this point. I'll go just a little bit further. But now that, yeah, this is super grown in. This is super grown in. All right, I'm on the wrong path. I gotta double back, gang. Need to go that way. Oh, this is a nice trail, gang. It's not super difficult. There's definitely some little hills up and down. And, you know, so for my situation with the congestive heart failure, just enough to be challenging, hey? But not enough to make me regret my decisions. Oh. Yeah. Sure is fun to get out, that's for sure. Hey, one of the things too, if you're still here, hit that like and subscribe button, hey? Helps the channel. I sure do appreciate any help I can get. And the only way the channel grows is through your guys' support. Oh, so gang. The other thing I wanted to start taking with me when I come on these hikes, especially when I'm in the woods, a little bit further out of town. Probably wouldn't matter if I was in close to town either, but I've got bear spray that I bought in the spring. Not specifically for bears per se. Bears are hunted pretty hard here in the fall. So they have a natural fear of man. But what concerns me more than the bears are wolves. And there are wolves in this area. So I don't know how well bear spray would work against wolves if that was a thing. But at least it'd be some type of defense. And yeah, of course, it's at home. So I bought protection to forget my protection at home. And it's not, like I said, I'm not super concerned. I mean, I've tracked wolves, tracking deer. But of course, when I'm doing that, I had a firearm with me. So even if I had camp on them, I felt like I would have some type of protection anyways. But in this scenario, I'm pretty far away from anything, and I don't, well, every once in a while when I come out here I run into a hiker, but mostly I don't see anybody. So this does come to a campground and walks right past the campground. And that campground, sometimes fairly busy. Now, it's not as busy as the campgrounds that have cell service. This campground, there is very little, if any, cell service out here. So it doesn't get heavily used, but it does get used. So yeah, this trail does loop around and go right by the campground, which is pretty cool. Well, I'm going to stop and get this footage here quick. This Anderson Lake campground is pretty nice because it's usually fairly quiet. And it's a primitive site. And again, they're only about, I don't know, 10 miles from town, because I think I'm about 15, 16 miles from my place. So, yeah. Okay. I just came to a spot where there's some trail markers. Now I know for sure which way I gotta go here. But, and the other nice thing about Anderson Lake Campground too is you do have this hiking trail, which is a nice trail. And the lake is pretty small. If I remember right, I've never actually swam in that lake. I think there's a little beach kind of down by the boat landing, but it's really, really shallow. So, and it's a pretty clear lake, pretty clear. Anyways, nice place. I usually don't like to stay where I go and give up the spots that are quiet. So, because I hate for it to become busy. But I reckon it won't become too busy just because the lack of cell service. I think most families like to have the connection for devices and games and television stuff, whatever. So yeah, I don't think it's ever going to be a super busy spot. Well, that's interesting. They put brand new facilities up here at the campground. There's 2 different facilities down here. But holy cow, that's pretty nice. So gang, oh my goodness, might seem like a silly thing to get excited about, but the campground having new facilities. I had to stop and open the door and see what was going on in there. Really nice, clean, just, you know, the restrooms they had there were probably the same ones that were there when I was a kid. So having some new facilities is pretty doggone nice. And I would imagine if they did it here, they've probably changed things up at other campgrounds in the area as well. So one of the things saying about this trail, it's kind of cool because you got the campground, which is on the side of the lake, and then this trail is inland, but it loops around, I don't know, there's probably 3 or 4 different ponds or sloughs or wetland areas that makes this big circle around. So it's just really, really pretty. Pretty much the whole walk. And then some of the walk you're in some cedar trees, and other parts of the walk you're in pines, and it's just it's a really, really nice walk. Oh, is this pretty. Let's get a few of this if we can. Yeah, hold on, gang. What a great hike, gang. What a great hike. It is so quiet out here. It's just really nice. And like I said before, you rarely come across any other hikers. You can tell the trail's used. There's no doubt about that, but rarely see other hikers out here. And it's pretty. It's really, really pretty. So now I've shared with you folks one of my little, what I consider one of my little hidey holes, because there's not a lot of people out here. So maybe somewhere in the future I might run into one of you folks out in my neck of the woods. That'd be all right. That would be all right. All right, gang. Oh yeah, one of the other things too. If you want to support the channel, I mean, you can hit that like and subscribe button. That's greatly appreciated. But you can become a channel member. A couple dollars a month and really, really helps the channel. I am medically disabled, so I don't have a lot of income. And I'm not begging for any either, so don't think that. But I'm just wanting to let you know it is greatly appreciated, and it really goes a long ways to helping out. So yeah, like I said, not something you have to do or you feel obligated to do, but something that is very helpful to the channel. Sorry if I got a bad angle there. The sun was, I think it was going to start glaring on the camera. Oh, now we're back in the thicket again. All right, gang, so I'm getting close to the end of the trail here. Appreciate you coming along with me on this hike in the woods. And yeah, I want to thank my current channel members. I really, really appreciate you. Other than that, we'll see you guys on the next adventure.